Okay, so before I start interviewing Samara, she's just gonna tell you a little bit about herself.
Hi everyone, my name is Samara and I'm 33 years old and I live in São Paulo in Brazil. Luka is my cousin, a distant cousin, because my great-grandfather was his great-grandfather's brother. So they were four and two of them came from Slovenia to Brazil. So that's why I'm here and my family is here as well. But instead of this distance, physical distance, our families are really close, and that's why I'm here speaking with you.
Tell me a little bit about the city where you live.
São Paulo is located in the southeast of Brazil, in the state of São Paulo, which brings the same name of the city, or the city brings the same name of the state. I don't know what came first. São Paulo is a huge city with more than 12 million people. It's the most populous city in Brazil, in Latin America, and the southern hemisphere, as well as the world's fourth largest city by population. So definitely a huge city. Having the largest economy by GDP, gross domestic product, in Brazil and in Latin America, and being the 11th city with the largest GDP in the world, São Paulo is also known as Sampa, Terra da Garoa. Terra da Garoa means land of drizzle due to our unreliable weather, or known as simply city that never sleeps. We are home to several of the tallest skyscrapers in Brazil, to the best gastronomy, and to the largest Arab, Italian, Japanese, and of course Portuguese communities. So that defines us really as a cosmopolitan, or just like a melting pot city.
I heard that carnivals in Brazil are pretty huge, so tell me a little bit about carnivals there.
Our carnival, which is a little bit different from your carnivals, that happens in summertime and yours in the wintertime. So we use definitely less clothes than you guys. We go usually on the streets to dance and sing. There's always a band on the streets as well, on a truck or on the streets, playing normally samba, which is a song developed in the beginning of the 20th century, which mix a little bit of African culture, and they are really popular in this time of the year. So there are a lot of famous samba songs which we sing on the streets during this time.
If you have any special festivals or holidays, tell me about them.
A festival called Festa Junina, or June Festival, which happens in June, in the beginning of our winter time. That was primarily practiced by rural farmers, but now is widely spread in Brazil. But the culture of the costume is still the same. So the men dress up as farmer boys with large straw hats, and women wear pigtails, freckles, painted gap teeth, and red checkered dresses, for example. We prepare lots of jokes with kids and games for them to play, and we have typical food for this kind of festival. And I almost forgot to mention that in this kind of festival, the traditional song is called forró, which is close to the country music that you have in US, for example. And at night we light a bonfire and we have fireworks as well. So it's a very nice festival we have in our winter time, a very cozy festival. I recommend you to come to visit.
If you have any favorite traditional foods from Brazil, tell me a little bit about them.
About favorite food. Well, I have a sweet tooth, so of course my favorite food is a dessert, not a meal. So my favorite dessert is called brigadeiro. which is a dessert made of condensed milk, chocolate. You put a little bit of butter inside. You do like a little bubble and you eat it. It's delicious. But salt food, okay, probably is feijoada. Feijoada is a dish made out of rice and black beans, and these beans are boiled with sausage, but not the hot dog sausage. It's a different sausage made out of pork.
For the ending, describe a thing or a place that you really have to see if you visit Brazil.
If I would recommend a place for you to visit if you come to Brazil, if it could be only one, of course, because Brazil is pretty huge and there are a lot of places to visit, I would recommend Rio de Janeiro because it's the most famous place. It was the capital of our country until the 1960s, so not so long ago. It's known as the wonderful city, and indeed it's a really beautiful city with lots of natural beauty. And since it was the capital of Brazil, since we are a colony, we have lots of history in Rio de Janeiro as well. So I would really recommend you to visit Rio. And it is the state neighbor to my state, São Paulo. That's it, guys. Hope that you like it. Dobro jutro, tenham bom dia e tchau, tchau.